Time for a little more circular motion. Let's do the conical pendulum lab. You put a small mass on the end of the string and you swing it around in a horizontal circle so that it looks like a cone is being swept out. You're going to want to know the length of the string, the mass of the object at the end of the string, and the radius of the circle it makes. You can count, say, 10 revolutions and measure the time. And what's the whole point of all this? You can test Fc equals mv squared over r. Now I know you want me to lay it all out and tell you exactly what to do, but I'm not. I'm going to give you a few hints on how to test this formula. You need to ask yourself what causes the Fc. Now consider this thing's moving around. How are you going to get a good measure for r? You could hook up a spring scale and measure the tension, but again, remember, this thing's moving around. How are you going to get a good reading? You think maybe a free body diagram for that mass would be a good way to start things off? Well, here we go. How did I do this? You're going to want to use the green spring scale. The red one is going to be too stiff. You need to use a mass of about 200 to 300 grams. This water bottle is perfect. It's 300 grams. You don't need to use the tall bottle. Short bottle is going to work, maybe even a little less water. I tried tying it around the top with the rubber band, but it was too stretchy. I tied it with the string. Works great. I need to measure the length of the string to the center of mass of the bottle. I'm going to measure the length all the way up to where my fingers hold the support. I'm going to stretch it just a little bit because that is how it operates in real life. When it's moving around, it's stretched a little bit. Try to make the whole length from the center of the bottle to where your fingers are, maybe somewhere between 60 and 70 centimeters. I have about 64 centimeters now. When you swing the pendulum around, you have to use your index finger and your thumb. You just let the support rest right on top and let it swivel. The last thing you want to do is grab this thing and swing like this. You need the whole thing to pull along the direction of the spring scale, not at an angle. So you let the spring scale swing around in a conical pendulum as well. As you swing this around, you increase the speed until the bottle goes over the ends of the meter stick. You keep your hand over the 50 centimeter mark. Get it down low. And now you're going to know the radius of the circle. Remember, you want the middle of the bottle to be over the ends of the meter stick. When you're ready to take a reading on the spring scale, you have to grab the spring scale like that and read that number.